Hey guys, what's going on? This is Fred2266 here. I'm going to be reading Chapter 3 of Starbloom Chronicles by Lisa Wolf. The longest chapter so far! And, well, the story just interests me, so why not? Plus, I'm probably going to proofread it, so once again, why not? Chapter 3 is entitled Welcome, 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 so I guess this might be where Pinkie Pie throws a party. Not sure, really. But we'll find out. So, you were to be stripped of your magic and sentenced to living out the rest of your days in Canterlot's prison as a hornless unicorn. Celestia clapped her hoof loudly on a piece of wood, signaling judgment has been passed. Then she lowered her horn toward Starbloom. But I'm not a unicorn anymore. Please, princess, don't do this to me again. But the alicorn just closed her eyes and spread her wings wide, releasing the beam of magic that incapacitated Philly's body. Starbloom letting out a loud cry as she felt the magic course through her body. It felt like a needle was burrowing into her forehead where her horn would have been. She sat up quickly, panting hard, her eyes wide as she looked around her room. It was still dark outside, so she wasn't sure what time it was, but she knew she wasn't going back to sleep any time soon. She rolled off her bed and looked up at the clock, letting out a soft sigh. 5:48. May as well stay up till it's time to go to school. She headed to the bathroom and turned on the water, stepping into the shower and relaxing under the stream of hot water. She shut the water off after a few minutes and shook herself dry before coming out and dried herself better with a towel before brushing out her mane and then her teeth. Coming out of the bathroom, she looked to the clock to see what time it was. It was still pretty early, so she went down to the library's main hall and light one of the lanterns before getting down a book and starts to read quietly. Equestrian history! Starbloom nearly jumped out of her skin when she heard Twilight speak up behind her. Looking over her shoulder, Twilight smiled at her. Sorry, Starbloom. I didn't mean to scare you like that. What time did you get up? A little before 6, Starbloom said, closing the book and putting it away. She wasn't sure if she should tell Twilight about the dream or not. Of course, if anyone would understand the dream, Twilight would. I had a bad dream and it woke me up. Twilight looked over at Starbloom, her eyes full of concern. Was it that dream? Twilight asked, going over to where Starbloom was standing. Starbloom gave her a slow nod, and Twilight's look of concern shifted to a look of worry. What did the dream feel like? Did it seem like more than a dream? No, it didn't seem like more than just a normal dream. I'm having a hard time remembering details about it, Starbloom said, trying to put Twilight's mind at ease, which Twilight did seem more at ease about it, but there was still looking concern in Twilight's purple eyes. I don't think there's anything to be worried about. Twilight just nodded to Starbloom, ruffling the filly's head with her hoof. All right, if you're sure, just let me know if you have any more of those dreams, or if anything doesn't feel normal, okay? Starbloom nods at Twilight's question, and both head into the kitchen for breakfast. Just a simple breakfast of wheat toast and apple juice. When is Spike supposed to get back from Canterlot? Starbloom asked, taking a drink of her juice, looking up at Twilight. She wasn't that hungry, so she didn't eat too much of her toast. She had mixed feelings about seeing the little dragon. She knew it was going to hurt, but she also missed him. He'll be back in 2 more days, Twilight said, watching the small lavender filly. Will you be okay? She could see the apprehension in Starbloom's eyes. It was hard for her to imagine what it would be like for her seeing Spike after what had happened in her timeline. Starbloom didn't answer at first. She just looked into her cup quietly before looking at Twilight and nodded, slowly smiling. Yeah, I think so. I do want to see him again. She looks up at the clock and blinks. Oh no, I'm going to be late! She got up quickly and hurried to the door, Twilight following her. She almost went out with her saddlebags. Starbloom! Your saddlebags, Twilight called, using her magic to float the saddlebags over and put them on the filly's back. Have a good day, Twilight smiled, watching as Starbloom gallops down the street towards the school. Thanks, Twilight. Have a good day, she calls back as she gallops off to school, quickly, not wanting to be any later than she is. She couldn't believe she didn't notice the time sooner. I hope Miss Cheerily isn't too upset with me. She galloped quickly through the town, dodging ponies along the way. She squeaks and slides to a stop, almost running into Pinkie Pie outside Sugar Cube Corner. Hi, Starbloom. What are you doing this early in the morning? The hyper pink pony asked. Hi, Pinkie, Starbloom said, panting softly, a little out of breath. I'm actually running late for school, Starbloom answered, moving to get around Pinkie and continue on towards the school building. Oh, I see. Well, you better hurry then, silly, Pinkie said, giggling and bouncing after her. Oh, I totally need to throw you a welcome party, too. Starbloom rolled her eyes a bit at that, but smiled, looking at Pinkie. Yeah, that sounds great, Pinkie Pie. You should go plan that while I'm at school. Don't tell her when to plan, man. Mare, filly, pony, small horse. Pinky gasped. Ah, nose itches. Pinky gasped sharply and bounced. Great idea! I'll have the party ready by the time you're done at school, so don't make plans. She will. Plans to kill Silver Spoon! Of course! Pinky quickly bounced her way back to Sugar Cube Corner and went to work planning for Starbloom's welcome party. What have I gotten myself into? Starbloom said to herself, then heard the school bell ring and blinks. Ack! What? Ack! I guess that's the sound of displeasement. She started to gallop the rest of the way to school and went inside, breathing hard. So sorry. I'm late, Miss Cheerily, Starbloom said, standing inside the door of the classroom. It's all right, Starbloom. Just don't make a habit of it, Cheerily said with her normal, cheerful smile. Now take your seat and we can get class started. Starbloom nodded as she walked to her desk and placed her saddlebags near her by taking her seat. Before we start class, I just wanted to remind everyone that we'll be starting Family Appreciation Day tomorrow. Now, Starbloom, I know you don't have family here in Ponyville, but if you like, you can bring Twilight. Just let me know tomorrow when she can make it. Starbloom nods faintly. Yes, Miss Cheerily, I will, thank you. She had never thought about Family Appreciation Day. She did remember it was a tradition in Ponyville, but Canterlot students didn't bring family members to class. She thought about it as class continued and as lunch rolled around. She wasn't too sure. She made her way out of the schoolhouse to the tables outside. Okay. So you're gonna ask Twilight? Starbloom blinks and looks up, brought out of her thought by Applebloom. You're gonna ask Twilight to come to Family Appreciation Day? Applebloom asked Starbloom again, sitting across from her. Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle was sitting on either side of Applebloom, also looking at her. Oh, I haven't decided yet, Starbloom said, thinking about it. She's pretty busy. I'm not sure if she'll have time. You should still ask her. I'm sure she'd love to come, Sweetie Belle said, smiling at her. Rarity is pretty busy, too, but she always makes time to come. Scootaloo nods in agreement, chewing on a mouthful of hay fries. You're an orphan. I see Diamond Tiara's name again! Oh my god! This is the greatest story ever made. You could ask Granny Smith to come again? All four girls froze before looking over at Diamond Tiara, Applebloom frowning at her. Maybe this time she can tell some embarrassing stories, Diamond Tiara grins. It ain't none of your business who I bring. At least you didn't bore the class with a business lecture. Bitch gonna get cut. Applebloom replied to Diamond Tiara. Besides, it ain't Zap Apple season this time. Starbloom just stared quietly at Diamond Tiara, which started to make her feel uneasy. Diamond Tiara wasn't sure what it was about Starbloom's eyes, but it made her uncomfortable to be stared at like that by her. Well, whatever. I got better things to do. She quickly trotted off to find Silver Spoon to kill her! That's what the text says, just like I said yesterday. Lisa must really want Silver Spoon dead. I just don't understand it. I agree with it, I just don't really get it. What'd she do? What did Silver Spoon do? I don't know. Maybe, you know. Read, idiot! Glad she left before I gave her peace of my mind, Scootaloo said, then looks at Starbloom, blinking a bit. Starbloom? Hey, you alright over there? Starbloom blinks and shakes her head lightly, looking over at the three. Yeah, I'm here. Sorry I was lost in thought for a moment, she said, smiling at them. I think I will ask Twilight to come, so she can kill Silver Spoon. I'm sure she'd have some interesting stories to tell about studying under Princess Celestia. The other three didn't seem sure. Starbloom had seemed pretty dazed. They looked at each other before looking back to Starbloom. Sweetie Belle nodded at her and smiles. Yeah, I'm sure Twilight will have great stories to tell. Hey, do you want to do your initiation after school today? I told you she'd make plans. Screw Pinkie Pie, I got friends. Whatever. Traitor. Starbloom almost jumped at the chance, but then remembered Pinkie Pie said not to make plans. I would, but Pinkie Pie said she's going to throw me a welcome party after school. I'm sure she'll be upset if I didn't show up. But you guys are welcome to come for sure, she smiled at the three fillies. Yay! All three yelled at the same time. I love Pinkie Pie's party. They're so much fun. Sweetie Belle said with a big grin. Oh. I just overpowered her voice. Yeah, Pinkie Pie parties are famous. You're lucky to have one thrown for you. Oh, damn it, Scootaloo said, smiling. Fine, you sound like that for right now, chicken. Applebloom nodded enthusiastically. Yeah, I love Pinkie's parties. She makes all kinds of treats for 'em. Time to go back inside, girls, Cheerily said, coming over to the table they had been seated at, all four looking up at her and then around blushing. "Sorry, Miss Cheerily," they said before getting up from the table and clearing it before heading back into the schoolhouse, Cheerily following after them. They had missed hearing the bell ring to let them know the lunch was over. The rest of the school day had passed quietly. Starbloom was still thinking about the best way to ask Twilight about Family Appreciation Day. She was so lost in thought. She didn't hear Ms. Cheerily call on her to answer a question at first. "First!" She blushed softly when Cheerily came to her desk and tapped her shoulder. The rest of the class giggled. "Second day in a row this mare filly horse is goofing off." Cheerily asked Starbloom to stay after class once everyone had left. "Are you feeling all right, Starbloom? You have seemed preoccupied today," Cheerily asked with genuine concern. "Yes, Miss Cheerily, I'm all right. I've just had a few things on my mind is all," she said honestly, smiling up at her. "I've noticed. You know, if you have a problem, you can talk to me about it," Cheerily said, watching the small filly. "As a teacher, it's my job to help all my students kill Silver Spoon." Starbloom nods at Cheerily, smiling at her. "I know, Miss Cheerily. Thank you. But I'm all right. I'll do my best not to let myself be distracted in class again." She couldn't really tell Cheerily what had distracted her. It'd be too hard to explain. Cheerily considered Starbloom's answer for a minute before smiling. "All right, Starbloom. Just keep what I said in mind. If you ever need to talk, I'm here to listen." She walked Starbloom out of the school. "See you tomorrow. Remember to let me know what Twilight says about Family Appreciation Day." "I will, Miss Cheerily. Thank you. See you tomorrow." She smiles back at her teacher before hurrying to meet up with her friends. Everything all right? Everything all right, Starbloom? You didn't get in trouble, did you?" Sweetie Belle asked, but Starbloom shook her head no. "No, I didn't. She was just wanting to remind me about Family Appreciation Day, and asked me why I was so distracted in class." She answered, smiling to her friends, walking with them, unsure if the party was going to be at Sugar Cube Corner at the library. She decided to go to Sugar Cube Corner first since it was on the way. She walked with her friends on their way to Sugar Cube Corner to see if Pinkie was going to host a party there or not. The other three fillies were talking with each other, but Starbloom wasn't paying attention. Her mind was still focused on Twilight and Family Appreciation Day. "What do you think, Starbloom?" Sweetie Belle asked her, suddenly bringing her out of her thoughts. "Huh? What do I think about what?" Starbloom asked, looking over her shoulder at the small white unicorn, looking a little confused. "What do you think about getting our cutie marks as inventors?" "Oh, fucking..." Sweetie Belle asked, smiling at Starbloom. Starbloom, however, just had an even more confused look on her face. Inventors? She didn't want to hurt her friend's feelings, but she really didn't see how that would work. "Sounds good, but what would we invent?" "A torture device to kill Silver Spoon! Duh! And sell 'em. You know, 'cause there's more than one Silver Spoon in Equestria, of course, duh." The other three seemed to think about it for a few minutes before looking back at Starbloom. "I'm sure I'll come up with some," Applebloom said, nodding at Starbloom. Starbloom just gave her a nod back, unsure what to say, before turning to the door, Sugar Cube Corner, and opening it, looking inside. There didn't seem to be anyone inside, so she closed the door. "I guess the party's at the library." "Ah!" she cried out in surprise, suddenly pulled back inside by Pinkie Pie in a tight hug. "No, silly, the party is here," Pinkie said, letting her go. The rest of her friends coming inside, grinning. "Surprise!" The rest of the ponies at Ponyville yelled, coming out of the different hiding places. Even Twilight came out from behind the counter. Pinkie put a party hat on Starbloom's head while grinning. "First, the welcome song." The rest of the ponies gathered around and started to join Pinkie as she sang. Shit. "Welcome, welcome, welcome, a fine welcome to you. Welcome, 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 I say how do you do? Trumpet! Welcome, 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 I say hip, hip, hooray! Welcome, welcome, welcome to Ponyville today!" Starbloom wasn't sure where it came from, but Pinkie threw hooves full of confetti into the air while grinning, though she had learned long ago not to question stuff like that when it came to Pinkie Pie. "Did we surprise you?" Pinkie asked, still grinning. "Yes, you did, Pinkie Pie." Starbloom couldn't help but smile at the hyper-pink pony. "Thank you for the party." "You're welcome, Starbloom. Now go have fun!" Pinkie said, still grinning from ear to ear as she bounced off to enjoy herself at the party. Starbloom just smiled again before taking her advice and walking with her friends to the snack table. "I see Diamond Tiara's name again!" to get something to drink and some of the snacks. Wow. Looks like she went all out," Starbloom said, getting some cookies on a plate and a cup of juice before finding an empty table to sit at. Sweetie Belle, Scooter, and Applebloom joining her for their own plates of goodies. "Pinkie always does. Remember Diamond Tiara's cute senora? Oh, it was a false alarm. I thought she'd be talking." "Lisa, I can't believe you did this to me. You know I can't see quotation marks in the middle of a sentence." God, man. There's still hope. There's still hope. Don't worry. Scootaloo asked, smiling. How could I forget? Applebloom said, groaning softly, but smiles. Wasn't all bad, though. I did meet y'all here. She asked, looking at Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle. Starbloom smiled as she listened, chewing on a cookie. She also remembered that day. It was the day she did nothing while the three got bullied by Silver Spoon. And she also beat up Diamond Tiara that day. I remember that episode. That's a great episode. Except for the part when Diamond Tiara gets beat up. That's not very good. Starbloom looked out of the party, watching her old friends over in a corner talking and having fun, much like she was with her new friends. Twilight looks back over at Starbloom and smiles before turning back talk with Rainbow Dash and Rarity. She turns back to pay attention to her friends. So should we dance or play Pin the Tail on the Pony first? Oh, Scootaloo asked. Not Starbloom, that's Scootaloo talking, asked, looking at the others. Hey, maybe we can get a cutie mark for Pin the Tail on the Pony. Sweetie Belle suddenly said with that little voice crack she gets when excited that I can't do because I'm not a female. A Pin the Tail on the Pony cutie mark? What would that kind of cutie mark would look like, I wonder? In that sentence, fucked up. Applebloom said, still but considered the suggestion. It's worth a try. The other two got up and started to follow Applebloom, so Starbloom got up and followed as well. You can go first, Starbloom, Sweetie Belle said as Scootaloo blindfolded her and put the tail in her muzzle. She held it carefully while getting spun around. She wobbled her way forward and stuck the tail on the paper pony's leg. They each took a few turns, but none managed to get the tail in the right spot. Scootaloo did get the closest, though, pinning the tail on the pony's flank. Well, maybe pin the tail on the pony ain't our special talent, Applebloom said, smiling. Let's dance instead. Scootaloo said, the rest nodding as they moved away from the game and started to dance. The party went well and smooth. Starbloom even got a few welcome gifts from her old friends, but soon the party was over and everyone headed home. Did you have fun, Starbloom? Twilight asked after they had gotten back to the library and got everything put away. Yes, I did, Twilight. Oh, yeah. Miss Cheerly wanted me to ask you if you could come to Family Appreciation Day. She'd almost forgotten during the party. She looked up at Twilight, trying to judge her reaction to the question. Hell no! Twilight smiled at her, nodding. I'd be happy to come, Starbloom. Just let me know which day she wants me there. Twilight could tell by the look in Starbloom's eyes that she had been worried about asking her. I've been thinking. I should officially adopt you. What do you think? I've always wanted a daughter to help me kill Silver Spoon. Starbloom's jaw almost hit the floor at that, her eyes going wide. She knew Twilight would let her stay in the library, but she never expected anything like this. Are you serious? You want to adopt me? She shakes her head lightly, wondering if she had heard right. Yes, of course I am, Starbloom. You're going to be growing up here. It's only fitting that you have a parent, and we can't ask my parents to live in Canterlot. She smiled at Starbloom, watching her expression change from shock to joy. That was more than enough of an answer for her. I would love it, Twilight! Thank you so much! She was almost in tears. She knew Twilight would have let her stay with her as long as she needed to stay, but adoption never crossed her mind. So, at Family Appreciation Day, I can introduce you as my mom. She liked that. She smiled at the idea. She didn't know why, but it seemed to fit like a glove. A glove across Silver Spoon's neck. I'm so salty. Yep. Now get to bed. It's late, and we have a long day tomorrow. I'll pick you up after school, and we can go to Town Hall and get all the paperwork done. Twilight said, ushering Starbloom up to her room and tucks her into bed. Sleep well, Starbloom. Good night, Twilight, and thank you again. She smiled at Twilight, yawning softly, snuggling down into the bed, closing her eyes. Twilight smiled back and turned out the light before heading back downstairs to her desk and got out parchment and quill. Dear Princess Celestia, I'm a fucking mom. Ugh. I thought I should update you on the current situation here in Ponyville. As you know, I have taken care of a young filly named Starbloom for the past 2 days. After much consideration and talking with my friends, I have decided the best course of action would be adoption. Tomorrow I will be going with her to the mayor's office and filing the paperwork. I wanted you to be the first one to know of my official decision in the matter. If at all possible, though, please don't let Spike know. I want to surprise him when he gets home. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle. Once Twilight finished her letter, she sealed it and used her magic to send the letter to Celestia and Canterlot. Even though she had Spike send the letters with his dragon breath most of the time, she did have the ability to send mail herself if she needed to. Once the letter had been sent, she turned out the lights in the library and made her way to her bedroom, peeking in on Starbloom to make sure she was sleeping peacefully. Once everything was fine, she got into bed and went to sleep. And that ended at 20 minutes. That's great timing. Author's note, cause why? Cause yeah. Quick note, Starbloom does not have the same stare ability that Fluttershy has. She stared at Diamond Tiara for all of 5 seconds. So there's no way I'd be able to come up with that theory. Though I am kicking around an idea about what she did to Diamond Tiara. She raped her. I knew it. I knew that Starbloom was no good. How dare she? As long as she kills Silverspoon, she can rape anybody she wants. A big thanks to Rosehart for helping me with the proofreading and editing this chapter, as well as my mom. I'm pretty sure I got all the things I needed to be corrected, but with Rosehart's advice, I'm really hoping the 4th chapter will be even better. Yeah, well, I can proofread too, and I'm going to, and yeah, okay. Yeah, I feel betrayed right now, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Oh. I guess I'll read chapter 4 too, but chapter 5, no, because it's 6,000 words, so that can wait a couple days. Because that will be 2 parts. Want to know how I know? Well, a 3,699 word chapter clocks in at 20 minutes. Add 3,000 more words, you're at 50. Yeah, I know math. I ain't stupid. Contrary to popular belief. You know? Just like everyone thinks I'm so stupid. I got peanut oil for brain juice. What? I think I might want to shut up and leave here, because, you know, this is really getting tedious right now. I'm talking into a amp energy can. I mean, I'm really starting to get bored here. I'm just trying to waste time for no apparent reason. You know, I still feel really mad about proofreading situation. You know, I thought I was a shoo-in for that, but now I can be replaced easily. Yeah, I know. I should be used to this by now. Everyone's always taking advantage of me. I'm always the goat of the situation. Oh, me and my peanut oil brain. Everyone steps on me. No more! I'm taking charge. Me and my amp energy can are gonna rule the roost. We're gonna plant the seeds to make the tree of excellence. And when the tree of excellence grows, we're gonna water that tree at least 4 times a day, because, you know, trees need to be watered a lot. Then the tree's gonna be big, and we're gonna live in the tree like hippies. Bye. What kind of rant was that? That was freaking stupid. Oh, gotta be kidding.